Alrighty, well, good evening, all of you beautiful people out there. Welcome to our second to last episode of Let's Talk Dinosaurs.
I cry every time.
So sad.
Are you okay?
So sad. Not really, but I'll live. As always, I am the guy who runs things here, I think. Billy Reed, South Africa's sweetheart, coming at you live once again from the scenic IU Southeast University Center, just down the hall from the campus police, who have not arrested me for hiding all those dinosaurs yet. By the way, all of our social media followers out there, how you doing on our dino hunt? Whoever the buzzkill in the library is, who literally picked every single one of them out and took them away, you have no sense of joy. Rob. But anyway, I'm joined by my usual panel of something. Charlie's crying right now.
It's Charlie. I'm here.
Oh, Charlie.
We have one episode left after this week, Charlie.
You don't have to cry now. Wait till next
You've
week.
been gone.
We haven't left yet, though.
Is that what's her face?
Who?
The girl you like?
Avril Lavigne? No, that's
yeah.
Kelly Clarkson.
No, it's
thank-
Kelly
Is
Clarkson.
that Chloe Clarkson?
It's Kelly
Yeah, it's
Clarkson.
Kelly-
Although, you know the Kelly Clarkson song, Breakaway, where it's like, I lift my wings and...
No.
That one?
I feel like you've made this comment
Yes,
before.
you
I
have.
haven't made it on the air.
Okay.
But, Avril Lavigne wrote that song and sold it to Kelly Clarkson. So by extension, that one's an Avril Lavigne song. But
So kind
Well,
of.
it's not the same.
But anyway, yeah, that's Charlie drowning in his own tears. Over here we have world's greatest former Cracker Barrel employee.
I'm Katie Cooper, and I'm not crying yet, but I probably will next week.
And over here we have the guy who made out with Lady Gaga and then hanged himself.
Yeah,
Stop
I'm Brad.
that!
I'm
Is
Brad
that how that movie
Cooper,
ended?
also known as, for all you lore followers out there, Endo Brad.
Why
be
are
wearing
you
my-
spoiling the movie?
Well, it's been around since the 30s, so I mean, we can't really spoil
I'm
it.
aware, but this is the second time you spoiled it for everybody.
Yeah.
How could you do
It's
this,
what
Billy?
I do. And let me spoil a couple other things. Let's
Please
see.
stop.
Han Solo dies.
What?
Stop
No!
The Indominus Rex is part raptor.
What?
Oh, how
Thanos-
could you do this?
Thanos wins.
What?
Wait, no.
Wait.
No.
How dare you spoil?
David Hasselhoff saved the day.
That's what's going to happen with Endgame.
So are we going to spoil Endgame on the final
No,
episode?
we can't.
We
You
go to
haven't
see
seen
it
it at that
after.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. We'll have some predictions.
That's my show.
We're not going to take away from your show. Sorry, Charlie.
So-
We'll be quiet.
I'm already
Thanos
coming.
demands your silence.
I'm
Check yourself
I'm
out
already
there.
coming on to Charlie's show next week to remind him of how MCU Spider-Man is better than Raimi's Spider-Man.
And I'll be there to defend Sam Raimi's honor alongside Sir Charlie.
And I'm just going to watch.
Looks to me like Curtis and Josh are listening tonight, and Josh wants to know who Endo Brad is. So Brad, care to explain?
So Endo Brad is me, but with an Endoraptor mask.
That
Now
you bought at
some
Target.
people might call me God Brad as well.
It's loud.
Yeah.
was very loud.
The second
It's okay.
he knew he was going to be on the show, he was like, I have to get this mask. So he went out and bought
I'm
it.
a Viking. It's what we do.
And he's bringing the mask back next
And it
week.
makes
Yep.
for the
noises.
final episode.
Squaw.
Square. But anyway, as our second to last episode, I figured this would be a good week to look back on some of the best dinos and other creatures that we've talked about, and just kind of talk about our, go back over them, talk about our memories and stuff, best parts of the show.
Back door.
Thank you.
My
heart.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Hold on, I gotta get into
I
this.
thought you didn't like him.
No, I don't.
Sore.
But I gotta
That
get
was
into
This
awesome.
photograph.
I gotta get into the Spider-Man mood for being on Charlie's show next week. So
Look
hold on,
at
let me-
this
hold on,
graph.
hold on.
Every time
Hold
I
on,
do
hold
a
on.
Look at this
laugh.
math. I
And they
love them.
say that a hero is
Oh my god.
No, it's actually
That's
the
grody.
very first after credits scene ever is at the very end of the credits of Sam Raimi's first Spider-Man movie is the music video for Hero by Nickelback. The first ever
classic.
after credits
Wow.
scene in a superhero movie is
It
a
was
Nickelback
2001.
music
It's
video.
loud.
Yeah.
I
Finish
don't
it.
remember that. Maybe I didn't actually see the ending. Brad,
Well,
can we watch it when we get
Yeah,
in?
we'll go watch
If
it.
Okay.
you stay to the very end of the credits. I don't know if it's on the DVD. Do
I
you know
don't
that,
think it is.
Charlie? Okay.
I've
Apparently
Well,
they took it out.
YouTube maybe.
But,
We'll find it.
yeah.
We will find the Nickelback.
Just
But,
get the Spider-Man
anyway.
1.5 edition, guys.
But anyway,
Yeet.
So we are going to be talking back about, or looking back and talking about our favorite dinos and other topics that we've talked about, and we have a good,
Most of our favorite
good
dinos.
nostalgic run for you, Charlie. Don't worry, Charlie. Wait till I tell you what we're talking about next week, because I'm going to announce it at the end of the show.
Fight Night?
You'll like it more than Fight Night.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, you know what, Charlie?
No.
Why don't you introduce this first dino?
This first dinosaur is called Episode 23, A Look Back.
Charlie, I tried to throw you a bone, and
Get it? Bones,
This
fossils,
is-
dinosaurs.
Charlie, do
This
it.
first
Do it,
dinosaur
Charlie.
is called...
you yelled at me about this last week, Charlie.
I don't know what
Come on.
happened there. I kind of was like unnoted right there. This first dinosaur is called the Carnotaurus.
Darling.
Its name means meat-eating bull.
And if you remember, we talked about Carnotaurus way back in episode 3.
I'm so excited to get a
our,
chance to
in
talk
our
about.
episode talking about dinosaurs with cool names, which
He's
was
one of my
probably the
favorites.
dumbest episode we ever did.
I love that episode. All 30 minutes of it.
Oh yeah, you were gone.
Charlie, you've
Yeah,
come
that
such
was back in the day.
You've come such a long way.
So the last episode time would be for 30 minutes? Is that should
No.
go?
Yes.
You should. All right, Charlie, go off to
Yes.
class.
It's our
going to class,
ultimate,
guys.
it's our ultimate throwback. You only stay for
Professor Ford's
30
going to kill me.
You only stay for 30 minutes. You're Kirsten, and I'm going to give you a list of people to start fights with on Twitter.
Okay.
But anyway, let's keep moving on.
Got it.
So Carnotaurus, Brad's been waiting for this one because he has a very special connection.
This is a waifu material right here.
Oh my gosh. Dang it, Charlie. You're fired.
Oh yeah, you haven't fired him in a while.
I haven't
Yeah.
fired. That was more of a last season thing.
I
But
know.
Well, Charlie-
But you did fire him a little bit this
Josh
season,
says you're
though.
fired for not remembering who he was. So you know.
Well, Josh can get over it.
Ooh.
I'm the part where that's my problem.
Dial up his insulin.
Spider-Man reference.
Anyway, so Brad has a very special spiritual connection to the Carnotaurus because it reminds
Yes.
him of a girl from an anime that he enjoys. I
a
enjoy it
CO2.
myself.
Yeah.
But anyway, now Carnotaurus is a very unique dino. It's only known by one skeleton, not very uncommon, that was found in 1984, and it was very well preserved. The bones were actually all still connected, which is very uncommon in the dinosaur.
Big Brother buried it.
Now,
Yeah.
I think, you know who I think buried it? Big Chungus.
Chunga, chunga,
That's
chunga,
what that's what you do in
chunga,
1984. Big Chungus is watching.
Big Chungus.
I love Big Chungus.
Can I
He
get
really
a,
does.
Can I get a Big Chungus? I mean, isn't that Big Chungus on your shirt right there?
That's a jackalope. Thank you.
Give it a few Big Macs
Check
and
yourself.
it would be Big Chungus. Give it a few Big Macs and use a nail file for the antlers, and
That's not.
Don't you dare attack my jackalope's antlers.
It is a beautiful jackalope.
A
you know,
jackalope.
to this day, my dad actually thinks jackalopes are real.
I'm not convinced they're not real.
aren't?
They're pretty dank, I have to say.
But anyway, so speaking of a jackalope and its weird head appendages,
Oh, beautiful.
The,
Ooh, that was good.
the Carnotaurus.
That was dank,
is,
and definitely in the dank way.
Thank you. Carnotaurus was characterized by the two horns it had over top of its eyes. Now, the use of these is unknown. Some say it was used for fights with others of its species. You know, for fighting over mates and stuff.
That seems dumb.
That does seem very dumb.
That
Others
seems
say
really
it was
too close for comfort.
Others say it was just for display, you know, to look appealing for the Carnotauruses of the opposite
I mean,
sex.
it's pretty cute.
I just imagine them snuggling with it.
Another
Something
theory
with their
that
horns.
people say is that these things were kind of like built-in sun visors that went over its eyes to like shield its eyes from the sun.
Wait, so it moved?
No, they didn't move, but like
Shady.
Flicks them down.
little
Flick.
shade things. you know.
Okay.
That's good.
I
But,
thought you meant like sunglasses
they're-
that flipped up and then flipped down.
These are some cool critters.
Usage is very unknown. Now, Carnotaurus was not very big. It's only about 20 feet long and about 7 feet tall.
That's a small boy.
So as far as
Little boy.
far as predatory dinosaurs go, it wasn't very big. So it likely hunted smaller prey because you see, studies show that Carnotaurus's jaws were not very strong. However, they were capable of opening and closing very, very fast. Kind of like modern day snakes, which can like strike and open and close their mouths really quick, but their jaws aren't very strong. So it's believed that these things could just, you know, scoop up tinier animals and eat them.
Scoop them up like Chex Mix.
Yep.
So maybe dinosaur was wrong then?
The Carnotaurus in Disney's Dinosaur is not really a Carnotaurus. I mean, it is because they call it that, but it's really just kind of a T-Rex with horns.
Yeah.
So
As you
That
do.
movie was weird.
it's Carnotaurus.
It's the Carnotaurus princess, okay?
They all like, yelled at him, but then it's like, oh.
Yeah, like, you know what I've never understood about dinosaur movies like that and like The Land Before Time? Why can every dinosaur talk except for the carnivores?
It's
It's
offensive.
racism.
Like in
It's,
the Land Before
Draconic against
Time,
them.
in the Land
What would
Before
you call
Time,
that?
Chomper was the only T-Rex who could talk.
Wasn't
But
he
he
a
was hanging out
vegetarian?
with the others, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He hung out with the others.
And they taught him how to talk, didn't they?
I guess I don't remember. I remember he.
It's a conspiracy.
No, like I
They're
remember
attacking my people.
because you know
It is.
the best Land Before Time is the one where they went to the island that was all T-Rexes, and and that one Chomper talked normal to the rest of the gang, but like he spoke in like growls and stuff when he was talking to his parents.
Maybe it
so-
just makes them
It's their
seem
language.
less.
So like,
I don't know, because if they're eating animals, it makes them seem less.
the T-Rexes just speak German, and this is
know.
how it sounds to the dinosaurs.
Yep.
It's guttural.
I McFly! I McFly!
Guten Morgen. My name is SpongeBob.
Guten Morgen,
That
y'all.
was-
How much
There's
you want to
a-
bet it was a SpongeBob dinosaur?
There was a recent episode of SpongeBob where Squidward convinces SpongeBob that his house gets bought out by German immigrants, so SpongeBob learns to speak German. Only to go over to the
Is
house.
it
and-
real German?
Yes, it
Oh, wow.
actually is.
That's hilarious.
he
It's not
goes
hard
over-
to find a German speaker. You know that?
He goes
I'm
back.
aware,
the
but
whole
it's also
country of them.
SpongeBob.
I'm recapping SpongeBob, and this is the big plot twist. SpongeBob goes back to his house to try to buy it back from the Germans, only to find. I can't believe I said that with a straight face. SpongeBob goes back to his house, only to find out that it was actually just Squidward posing as a German guy, complete with lederhosen. So
Because everyone in
love
Germany
SpongeBob.
wears lederhosen.
Enjoy yourself a nice Oktoberfest.
I can confirm that.
can we get that on a bumper sticker? SpongeBob went back to buy his house from the Germans.
SpongeBob World War II episode.
But anyway, the lower jaw of Carnotaurus could
Anyway.
also unhinge like a snake, so that's
Ooh.
I
very
believe you
scary.
said that.
Now, some studies of the Carnotaurus' skeletal structure reveal that this thing was a very fast runner and that its leg muscles could absorb a lot of pressure.
Yeah, they
Estimates suggest that this thing could run at 35 miles per hour.
Fast boy.
That's a
Fast
speedy
boy.
boy.
That's a fast 0-2 right there.
Goes from 0 to 35 real quick.
Yep.
And the impressions left by its skin when they found its remains also reveal that it had alligator-like osteoderms, also known as scutes, which
Scoots.
were
Big word.
like a little bit of armor to protect itself from the much larger predators
That's
of
your
its era.
SAT word for the day.
And
Scoots.
yeah, we need to
I
discuss
appreciate the little arms.
Carnotaurus's tiny, useless arms.
I appreciate just how tiny
I
they
do
They're
are.
too.
useless. They were vestigial structures.
They're beautiful.
They weren't used.
They're beautiful.
Just
He
flop
could
around
hold
like.
one flower.
Do you think he
No,
like,
he couldn't. They probably
hold
couldn't
them
even
down? I think like bounced up and down every step. Like
Well, you see, Carnotaurus, Carnotaurus was actually stuck in a perpetual Naruto run. Which, by the way,
oh my
That's
god,
beautiful.
he's a weeb.
let me tell you,
Good old weebs.
Broke is calling it the Naruto run. Woke is calling it the Sonic the Hedgehog run. So, Sonic did it
Got
way
that.
before Naruto did. So, you know.
It's true.
But anyway, moving on. Another dinosaur from our Cool Names episode. Why did I do that episode?
It was a good
Was it
episode.
literally called Cool Names?
No, it was all about because like we said the first two episodes making fun of dinosaurs and their stupid names. So then I thought, you know what would be fun if we did an
do
episode
remember
on
that.
dinosaurs with cool names, and it was so stupid. Like, why did I do that? That was the dumbest idea. But
Well, I mean,
it's
this
okay.
one has
Yeah.
a
It's
good
our
name.
high-
This
Well,
one, you know, it all changed when this one came on the scene. Tell us about it.
I had to talk about this one because this is my personal favorite dinosaur name of all time, the Pyroraptor.
It
That's
all
a
changed when
pretty cool
Fire
name.
Nation attacked.
A name that means the fire thief.
Pretty lit.
That is a beautiful firebender right there.
Haha,
I
good
didn't
job,
do that on
Charlie.
purpose. I'm just dumb.
Well, you know, it is appropriate. We're coming up on 420 this weekend. So,
Ooh, nice.
All those subway
That's
workers are gonna get
not
lit.
what we were talking. Okay.
I'll go get 69 cents to go get my sub sandwich.
nice!
Nice.
Wow.
But anyway, Pyroraptor was actually discovered in oh, Le France.
Ah, le France.
Oh, oui, oui.
Was discovered in Verdun.
My heart goes out to France this year, guys.
Oh yes, the Notre Dame fire. All of our
They will
hopes and
rebuild.
thoughts. Yeah, they will rebuild, but still, it's
Using
not a
Assassin's
good
Creed
thing.
That's their
Unity, apparently.
theme.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, because the 3D scans of the
So
cathedral,
accurate.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, yeah, thoughts go out to everybody in France right now. But anyway, when the remains of
Speaking of
Pyroraptor
fire.
were Oh, Charlie.
Charlie, too soon.
Charlie, you are fired
Literally
for that
the
one.
essence of too soon.
Too
This
soon.
This was a couple days ago, Charlie.
I know. I'm really
That was
heartbroken about it.
dank, and not in the dank way.
Charlie, you're fired.
Keep going,
You're
Billy.
actually fired this time, Charlie. With one episode left, you are no longer
You
welcome.
pulled a Kirsten.
I'm gonna tell Matt to revoke Heroes on the Horizon from you.
We've gone too strong for Matt.
You ever wonder what happened to the Star Wars guy, Charlie?
He just never got to show it in general because he had too many weird demands.
Well, he had
I'll tell you the full story later.
think you told me
he had a
But,
silver arrow.
we're not gonna talk about the Star Wars guy.
Anyway,
Star
can we
Wars.
keep going back to the Pyroraptor?
Oh, what about it?
What was it mistaken for, Billy?
It was mistaken. See, let me get back in the zone. Charlie.
Silver arrow.
Don't those two look nothing alike?
What?
What?
What are you talking about?
Okay.
Oh, I'm ahead of here. Keep going.
Anyway, so when the remains of Pyroraptor were first discovered, they were initially mistaken for Megalosaurus, which is a larger meat-eating dinosaur.
Don't those two look nothing alike?
You see, they don't. But when they first found Pyroraptor, they only found like a couple of bones of it, and like in terms of like leg bones, they look kind of similar because they're both in the theropod family. You know what I mean? So.
Ankle bone connects to the leg bone.
Exactly. Now, and to this day, Pyroraptor is the only known European raptor. And Charlie, you shut your mouth for this next bit. And the name Pyroraptor comes from the fact that its bones were first discovered after some soil was upset by a forest fire.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, he has nothing to do with fire.
Smokey
But
the
he has
Bear
the
wanted
coolest
to
name
uncover
ever.
his enemy.
Yeah, this was Smokey the Bear before bears were a thing.
Yeah.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Very
Steal them.
Did the fire damage the bones in any way?
Not really. Fossils are pretty tough.
Okay.
This is the Prometheus of the raptors.
It was a really boring prequel to Alien that had nothing to do with Alien.
No, Prometheus still fire in Greek mythology.
Yeah.
Check your privilege.
Didn't you watch Let's Talk Myths?
There needs to be a Let's Talk Miss. Matt, get on that.
Yep.
Okay,
Anyway.
let's
You know,
talk mythology.
We had Maggie's cryptid show, but then she had to go and leave.
I wanted to listen to that so badly.
I was so excited.
But it's okay. We
I love
missed it.
cryptids.
But anyway, Pyroraptor was smaller than
Things
other
unknown.
raptors, only coming in at about 5 feet long and about 3 feet tall.
Small boy.
And as such, it likely traveled in packs, much like its other raptor relatives. And it was very much built for speed, much like Velociraptor. Now, also, in accordance with other raptors, it also had several teeth that were all serrated around the edges to make big bleeding wounds. So, pretty gnarly. Pretty
Make
gnarly.
them bleed.
Baby.
So anyway,
What?
Charlie!
that song?
No,
was
that's
like a-
awful!
It's like an early 2009 classic of YouTube.
Charlie the Unicorn?
No, never mind. Carry on. Let's carry on. I'm ruining it today.
How have we never made that joke?
Charlie. He's leaving.
Charlie, come back. I didn't say you could leave. Oh,
You said it earlier.
okay, Charlie. Charlie's gone. So, anyway, Charlie, why don't you introduce this next beast for us?
Are you sure that's a good idea?
What? How could you possibly?
This is called the Pyroraptor.
Do you need me
I
to
don't
say
know
it,
how.
Charlie?
It's the I know how to say it. It's a Quetzalcoatlus.
Quetzalcoatl.
Meaning the Aztec god.
Very
Quetzalcoatl means flying lizard.
Quetzalcoatlus.
Yeah, I would not have gotten that.
But anyway, yeah, Quetzalcoatlus was.
What was that?
Quetzalcoatlus.
Quetzal?
Quetzalcoatlus.
Quetzalcoatl
And,
is how you pronounce it.
Quetzalcoatlus.
Dragon Tales. Quetzal was called Quetzal. 'cause it means
Ooh, that was a good show.
snake, I think.
Oh, that brings me up a good question.
let's all just say
Dragon
this.
Tales.
Quetzalcoatlus.
Quetzalcoatlus.
Okay. Now, this is a pterosaur from our non-dinosaurs episode from season 1, named after the Aztec god Quetzalcoatl.
said that.
And it is the god Quetzalcoatl is a giant flying serpent.
Snakes.
Now,
This is not a
Quetzalcoatl.
flying serpent.
Well, it's a flying reptile.
It's close enough.
Now, Quetzalcoatlus is the largest animal ever to fly, with a wingspan of 50 feet. Its skull alone is 8 feet long.
Are you sure this wasn't a dragon?
I think it was a giraffe.
It was probably
Well,
a
you
giraffe.
see, when Quetzalcoatlus was standing on all fours, it was actually about as tall as a giraffe.
It's a dragon.
Aw.
Dragon Tales,
Dragon Tales, seven down the Dragon Tales.
Can you guys stop? I feel left out. I wasn't allowed to see Dragon Tales.
Why not?
It was on
Because of
PBS.
magic.
Oh, we one of those
Oh,
families.
yes.
Just wait till we get to
yes.
Let's Talk Religion.
Oh, boy.
Let's talk witchcraft.
You know, we actually did have a show like that a while ago, but it had to get canceled after a couple episodes because of controversy.
Yep.
And that makes sense.
Yep.
But
Good thing we're getting canceled.
anyway, so unlike other pterosaurs, Quetzalcoatlus actually lived inland, away from large bodies of water, because you see, this thing wasn't a strict fish eater like other pterosaurs. It probably would have had a lifestyle much more similar to modern day cranes, who kind of live in like swamp lands, shallow waters, big fields. They pretty much eat anything they could overpower. As a matter of fact, evidence suggests that these things ate baby T-Rexes, but we're also hunted by the adults. So
The adults went on revenge against them. We're going to take down these
They
dragons.
went full John Wick on these things. So
You're going to eat those dragons
so
out of the
sad.
sky.
now, some scientists suggest that Quetzalcoatlus may have been a flightless pterosaur. However,
Wait,
this is
then
a-
why did it have wings?
Well, you see, it's a very controversial opinion.
Okay.
A lot of people say that it was just too big to fly, but it's viewed as being pretty unlikely, especially because of some recent discoveries where these things have bite wounds from T-Rexes that magically healed over. And if these things couldn't fly away, they don't really have any substantial defenses to fight back against a T-Rex.
It just ran like a
So-
human did, like do.
It glided off a...
Sugar glider.
A lot bigger. Can you imagine a giant sugar glider?
That would be cool.
I'm gonna like put a flamethrower in this thing and make it a dragon.
Make it tactical.
Yeah. This is gonna be my
I
dragon.
want a dragon.
I want a dragon.
Dragon Tales.
Dragon.
Sorry.
Where are my dragons? And what's our next one, Billy?
Daenerys?
Yes,
Yes.
Daenerys.
Hey.
So next up here, another beastie from our non-dinos episode.
guy.
We have the one, the
this
only,
boy.
the Mosasaur.
Mosasaur,
The beautiful marine reptile from the Cretaceous
Mosasaur.
period, a name that means the Muse River lizard.
What does Muse River mean?
It's,
That's a sound my cat makes.
it's a river. It's a river, Charlie.
Is it Spanish?
Charlie.
It's okay. We're gonna pretend Charlie's not here.
All right, so tell us more.
Well, you see,
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Oh, tell me sweet little lies.
Was it an actual lizard?
Wrong song.
well, you see, unlike other marine reptiles, which belong under the big Archosaur umbrella that dinosaurs and crocodiles belong to, such as plesiosaurs, mosasaurs were actually just big lizards, the largest lizards ever to live, actually.
Ooh.
They're from the same family of lizards as Komodo dragons and monitor lizards.
He looks kind of like a Komodo.
He does look like an
If you
underwater
squint.
Komodo.
Well, if you look at the skull of a mosasaur next to the skull of a Komodo dragon, they're almost identical. Just the mosasaur one's a little bit more aerodynamic.
And
'cause they
I'm
would have been
assuming it's
swimmers.
bigger.
Much
big
larger.
boy.
It's a big boy.
Quite
boy.
large. These things were the apex predators of the Cretaceous seaways. Now, they varied in size depending on the species. The smallest of the mosasaur clan were only about 20 to 30 feet long, which were
still a
still
big
very
boy.
big. But the biggest of these monstrosities were about 50 to 60 feet long. The biggest of which being Mosasaurus hoffmanni, which comes in at 60 feet long. So
It's a big boy.
Wow.
that's quite the beastie. Now, these things have teeth that are like blades. They're meant to just grab onto things and not let go. And they're actually proven to have hunted sharks. Now, there was another species of mosasaur called the globidens, which is quite the stupid name. But that name means globe teeth, because these things actually had these
Globe
big,
teeth.
rounded, like molar-looking teeth. They're really gnarly.
They were circles.
But they weren't really meant to hunt fish or sharks like other mosasaurs were. These things were turtle eaters and had these big teeth to kind of be like nutcrackers to crack
They
open
ate
turtle
Leonardo.
Then they
But
rose
not
up
the
against
others.
them.
But not Raphael and Michelangelo.
And,
They escaped.
shells. No,
How
they
the
got
Teenage Mutant Ninja
they got
Turtles gonna be.
Michelangelo first.
How dare you? How dare you?
Michelangelo
dare you.
was dropped when he was a kid.
Michelangelo.
got a
Mikey's the
skateboard.
best. How
You
dare
can't-
you?
Cool one.
You can't tell me that turtle is not on drugs.
He's on pizza, okay?
It's the same
If
thing.
life is a drug, then yes, I can.
He was, but then again, he was voiced by Greg Sipes.
Michelangelo has all the symptoms: peculiar eating habits, slurred speech.
Listen, don't you dare suck on
He's
animals.
also a
the
mutant
thing that I've never
turtle.
understood about
He's
the
a
Ninja
teenager.
You know what I've never understood about the Ninja Turtles? How come the stupidest turtle has the most complicated weapon?
I don't
Well,
know.
because he's not that
That's it.
He had the
stupid.
nunchucks?
He has the nunchucks, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
They're
yet the
not that
smartest
complicated.
smartest turtle has the stupidest weapon.
The staff?
Yeah.
The bow staff.
Donatello, he has the staff.
But you can do so much more with a staff.
Yeah.
Got that
Well,
reach.
Donatello from the Ninja Turtles has the same energy as Double D from Ed, Edd and Eddy. Changed my mind. But
Sorry.
Sorry.
I've never seen it.
Well, it's been
I've
a while.
seen it. I don't really like
how
it.
come I was the only one ever I knew growing up who was allowed to watch Ed, Edd and Eddy?
Well, I mean, I
don't get
watched
that.
it, but I didn't like watch
back
it.
in my private school days, like whenever I was in elementary school, I was like, oh yeah, I love Ed, Edd and Eddy. They're like, oh, my mom won't let me watch Ed,
Isn't
Edd and
that
Eddy.
Christian school though?
Yeah, well, I never understood it because like Ed, Edd and Eddy was dumb, but it was never like there was never anything.
It's
like,
melting the brains.
What
Well, I
was it
know
on?
kids
It was
who
on
weren't allowed to
Cartoon
watch
Network.
Rugrats,
Okay.
so...
I wasn't allowed to watch Rugrats.
I knew millions of kids who weren't allowed to watch Pokemon.
Oh,
I wasn't allowed to watch the Golden Compass.
I wasn't
Oh, yeah.
either.
Yeah.
Back in my day, they sent like when that movie came out, because I went to private Christian school. When the Golden Compass came out, they sent home these little pamphlets with all the kids. Like you give it to your parents, it would be about like why not to watch the Golden Compass. And
Oh, that's
the
fun.
funny thing is, I
fun.
hear that the movie actually scrapped all of the anti-Christianity themes.
Yeah,
that
it
the
did.
book
It was actually
had.
pretty
So,
Yeah, check out some of
anyway, the mosasaurs were actually popularized by the Jurassic World movies recently.
I
'cause,
wonder what happened.
You don't want me
It's
to
a called
spoil
a plot
any
device.
this for you.
He was a good plot device.
Maisie is a clone. I had to spoil.
You're
Jurassic World for
mean.
That's mean.
You're really mean.
Arya
Thinking of the
Stark
actor.
is a clone.
Huh?
Arya Stark is a clone.
Who?
Macy
She's not
Williams.
Macy Williams.
Oh, no.
Daisy
Billy-
Head Maisie? Daisy Head Maisie? You remember Daisy Head Maisie? Check yourself.
Can I introduce the next one?
Yeah.
Please, Brad.
Okay, so the next one we got is called the Guan Long, and that names means it's a crown dragon.
I
What
like
does
that
dragon
name.
mean?
Dragon. Okay, let's break it down.
Okay.
Drag, as in
Drag.
to pull, on.
On. A dragon.
Yes. Okay.
That was great, Katie.
Okay.
Bring back my wife. She gave you 11 years of service here at Cracker Barrel Radio Station.
Brad
15
is,
years or so.
I'm storming.
Brad is storming those low lives at Horizon Radio.
Oh, Lola, I'm going to give Matt a piece of my mind.
Oh man.
I'll be good.
But anyway,
Don't be
yes.
good.
Next up, we have the Guan Long coming to us from our Tyrannosaur
He just said
episode.
that.
And yeah, I know. I have to
It's
say.
like our introductions don't mean anything.
Exactly.
Okay, fine. But anyway, the Guan Long was one of the first tyrannosaurs from the Jurassic period, right after the Tyrannosaurs had first split off from the family that Dilophosaurus belonged to. So, yeah, Charlie Dilophosaurus is distantly related to the T-Rex.
Nice.
We should say,
I can pay to a gift by the booth on the grave.
Seal, you are not. But,
Yeah.
ow. But anyway, physically, the Guan Long has way more in common with a raptor than it does with other tyrannosaurs. It's very lightly built, only about 9 feet long
Small
and
boy.
4 feet tall.
I like
and it also
him.
has 3 claws
cute.
on its hands instead of 2 like the other
He looks really
tyrannosaurs.
cute.
That's
It does.
like an evolutionary feature, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
They evolved out of the whole 3-fingered hands thing.
Interesting.
They were probably used to pick up snow,
Make snowballs.
make snowballs.
It's hard to do it with 3 fingers.
No, you know
I'm
what?
not a coward. I can do it.
Let me tell you,
Yeah.
broke. Okay, Kirsten lines. Okay, broke is. Did they eat snow? Woke is the Stegosaurus used its plates to carry its babies.
She
That
said
was on
that.
one of our first episodes.
Oh, that was
I
good.
remember.
Man, I miss
That's good.
Kirsten.
Or how about the? Or
get her
there was
back.
when we had our Ceratopsian episode. There was one that I talked about. It was like, oh, it was 20 feet long and 4 tons, and she goes, oh, like a wiener dog.
A wiener
Yes.
dog.
Yes, guys.
Oh,
Wiener dogs are 4 tons.
I miss Kirsten so
I
much.
remember.
They're called 4 tons of love. That's what they are.
They are
They have
cute.
4 tons of anger, though.
No, those are the chihuahuas.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Chihuahua.
Well, wiener dogs can be aggressive
How
too.
dare you
Some
say
of
that?
them.
How dare you say about the attic dog right there? The Dachshund is German for attic dog.
Oh.
All right.
Because they're
So,
from the attic.
tell us some more,
Anyway.
Billy.
The
The
who?
Guan Long is only about 9 feet long and 4 feet tall, like I said before, and it also has a very strange crest on the top of its head, very similar to its Dilophosaur ancestors.
Actually, the Dilophosaur, that's pretty cool.
I just said that, Charlie.
It used it against Dennis Nedry.
Yes.
Sure.
Actually,
Doesn't even matter how
the crest
hard
was
you try.
used as a built-in pizza cutter, actually, for those nights when Guan Long went to Papa Murphy's and he came back and he cooked his pizza and didn't realize it wasn't cut already. So
I want one.
Yeah.
I want to get
Papa Murphy's?
No, one of those for my head.
I'd like that. That'd be pretty
A
dope.
built-in pizza cutter.
It's not a pizza cutter, though. I was just saying that.
I know.
Well, you don't say things that aren't true on the radio, Billy.
They can't say
Yep.
anything that's not true on the radio. I heard that on the radio.
Because it's the radio. And you just lied to us, Billy. Give me your license.
Okay, let me lie about a couple.
Turn it
other
in to
things.
Matt.
Turn it in.
Bradley Cooper does
Your
not
badge
die in A
and
Star
your
Is
gun.
Born.
Turn it in
Where
now.
would you get that? Where would you get that notion? What are some other movies to spoil?
Your badge and your gun right now, son. Hurry up. You're...
Charlie, you got any other movies that I can? Oh, the Skrulls are really refugees. They're not evil in Captain Marvel.
Quit lying to them.
I thought you said scrolls, and I
Scrolls.
instantly
Emperor
pictured
Palpatine is going to be in
bouncing
Star Wars
scrolls.
Episode 9.
Indiana Jones 4 is a good movie.
Go away.
Ant-Man and the Wasp is bad. In case you needed that.
Check
I
your
liked
worry.
it. That
It
doesn't
wasn't
mean it was
bad.
a good movie.
What are
I
they-
liked it, though.
What are you doing
Yeah.
outside?
What are those goons?
All
I'm in
right,
control now, guys.
So, next
So
one.
what we got next?
So anyway, no. We're
got it
we
back
got a
up.
little bit more to cover here. So studies of the bones of Guan Long reveal that this thing actually had a very short lifespan. Evidence suggests that these things died at the age of 12.
That's really sad. It's like the length of a dog.
short life.
Yep.
Can I do the next one?
Yes.
Oh,
Charlie.
yes!
It's a big boy.
It's a very
So
big
coming
boy.
to you from our Ice Age Fight Night episode, it is
He's
the-
back. He's big. It's the giant sloth. Woo! Whose name means a very large sloth.
Wow.
What if it could
He's
fly?
He is a wholesome, colossal, Ice Agey boy who deserves
appreciate
to be in
the
the
time.
Ice Age movies. It's a conspiracy.
Okay.
I'm looking at you, DreamWorks.
So a flying
Blue Sky
giant,
makes Ice Age.
Blue Sky Animation. I'm
Okay,
looking at
Charlie,
you.
Disney,
Charlie.
Disney owns Ice Age.
a
Now.
flying giant sloth versus the Quetzalcoatlus.
Giant sloth wins 11 out of 10 times.
Okay,
11 out of 10.
It just uses its weird tongue to lick it out of the sky.
there we go. So what we got about this?
So anyway, the giant sloth was a massive sloth.
He was a
from
big
the Ice Age.
boy.
Quite
Big boy.
the original big.
He
chungus.
was a
Oh my-
chunky
You know,
monkey.
Chungus, chungus. He's cute.
He's what Godzilla should have been.
Wait, Godzilla?
But
He's what
anyway,
King Kong
this
should've
was
been.
this was one of the largest
Kong
land
better.
mammals to ever walk the earth. This thing is 20 feet tall and weighs 4 tons.
Big
These
That
are
was
the-
like
wait.
the size of the Empire State Building.
That's a big boy.
Do you not know measurements, Charlie?
I'm not good at eyeballing things.
You
20
just
feet-
look at the
wait.
Empire State Building like,
Hold on.
about 20 feet.
Yeah, that's about 20 feet right there.
The
That's like-
Empire State.
It's
did you
honest-
just
it's
say
not
the
much,
Empire
but it's
State
honest
Building
work.
is 20 feet.
That was a Kirsten moment right there.
More
That was-
importantly, about 4 tons.
Okay, the 4 tons. No, it would be
It
more.
was a
than 4
wiener
tons.
dog.
How tall do you think Brad is?
At least 70.
7 feet.
How tall do you think Katie is?
At least 2.
Yay!
Yay!
I have at
I don't know
least
what
2
two,
feet.
two of
You're
what.
at least as
But
tall as
two of
Peter
something.
Dinklage.
Oh, wait, it's not 2 feet?
I'm not sure what 2 of it is, but it's just 2.
At least 2.
Brought to
Two.
you
Well, it depends on what feet you're talking about. If you're talking about Bigfoot's foot, you know,
That's fair.
feet.
Man, Bigfoot is real.
he's real.
Bigfoot is real.
And the
Bigfoot
fine
kinda looks
possums.
like this guy.
No,
Bigfoot was a giant sloth. Prove me wrong.
I can't prove you wrong. That's sound evidence right there.
It is. You can't
does
see
have
it, but
big
Billy
feet.
has a look on his face of pure agony.
You think about it. You think about it.
Yeah.
It's so slow, they don't take pictures of it because they don't see it coming because it's moving so slow.
Exactly.
It just
you know,
blends in with the
actually,
environment. And when it
hold
does
on,
move
hold
too
on,
fast,
boys.
snaps.
Yep.
That's broke. Let me get woke. Okay. Now, broke is whatever it was you guys were saying. Woke. Bigfoot is naturally blurry.
that's not woke.
That's not woke.
But to woke is
You know,
giant sloth. It's actually
Who
the Loch
made
Ness
you the
Monster.
master of the woke? We need to contact Curtis to get his opinion on this.
Hey, I'm woker than anybody. Okay, I'm the wokest. Okay.
well, I just
I'm
wish.
so-
Okay, I just wish I was as socially conscious as Curtis. Let's be
Okay,
honest.
Matt.
You might be the wokest, but I'm the locust.
And I'm
Yeah,
over here.
well,
I'm an
the-
annoying insect in the summer.
I'm the blokest.
I'm the
Right?
rokest.
crikey struth.
I'm the raucous.
I can't think of anything.
But anyway, let's get back to the sloth before I lose
I'm
any
the
more brain,
blocus.
so. I already said that, Charlie.
Toke,
Oh,
roke.
I'm
Cloak?
surrounded.
So how
have a cloak.
robust was this boy?
I'm surrounded by Muppets.
This cage
But anyway,
is robust.
can you guys still hear my voice?
Yeah, I can.
I unplugged my headphones. Hold on, Charlie.
You're
keep,
still here. You're
Charlie,
still
talk
here.
while I
so
fix my
listen here.
headphones.
This guy was the elephant. Oh, should I go ahead? Okay.
Keep talking, Charlie.
He was the elephant of their ecosystems. They were so thick and chunky, it could pick up trees and then break Batman with them.
And it
Absolutely
would shake
thick.
the ground.
And had
Yeah.
huge muscular arms.
Arms capable of breaking down those
Yep.
trees.
It had 3
Okay.
foot long claws on each hand.
Small.
Okay,
Those
I'm
are
back.
big claws.
Yeah,
I'm
those are as
back.
long as a sword.
It
I'm
could
back.
beat
We're ignoring you, Billy. I'm sorry.
a Therizinosaurus in a fight.
I'm back.
And
But anyway,
no,
as
it's the
a
Billy and Katie show.
as a sloth,
Unsubscribe.
as a sloth, the giant ground sloth was very slow and not made to run. They were most likely just big, slow, lumbering idiots that only took time out of their day to eat leaves.
Whenever he walked,
Except when they fly.
Except when they
whenever he
fly.
walked, that tuba played. Bum, 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 bum. There goes the giant sloth, Bernard.
Bernard the sloth.
Charlie, you get a promotion for that one.
He does look like a Bernard.
He's a Bernard.
A Bernie for sure.
No.
Why isn't
It's
this in
Bernard.
Jurassic World? Why is their cowardice? Because it's too powerful.
Giant sloth
Well, because-
2020.
Well, it's because the 1%
Indominus
of
takes out the
T-Rexes
Velociraptor,
dominate the
kills
park.
the T-Rex, kills the Mosasaurus. It's about to eat Chris Pratt. Also, you hear a boom. Boom. That was just like a giant sloth stands out. His little tongue goes out. It's
Anyway,
It whips
So,
the
yes.
Indoraptor in the face.
anyway, we have to move on because we still
It
have a lot
was
of
not
crap.
made to
Why?
run. I love that part.
So next up here we have the it's bigger, it's better, it's too much for Mr. Incredible. That's a quote from Incredibles, the good one.
Wow.
The
No.
Argentinosaurus.
2 was good.
No, it's not.
Quick
But
fact check. It was not made to run because it was lethal at short distances. Carry on.
Exactly.
We have the Argentinosaurus, one of the largest animals ever to walk the earth at 130 feet long and about 60 feet tall, weighing 90 tons. This thing is longer than a blue whale, which is the largest animal ever to live. And is
not
long-
on land, though.
Not proof.
Well, actually, the blue... In terms of, because here's the thing, when scientists talk about like largest animal ever to live, they're talking about weight, because like
Yes.
that's how they measure how much
Gotcha.
actual animal is there. So in terms of weight, a blue whale probably weighs more than any known dinosaur, but an Argentinosaurus would have been longer. And it was also
So this one was a string bean, whereas blue whale's a big chungus.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And these bad boys were as long as 3 T-Rexes. No.
That's a big boy.
Okay, but what if the T-Rex is piled on top of each other like in Super Mario Odyssey where the
Because
Goombas
that's-
climb
What
on
if
each
they're
other?
like, stacked up on their shoulders and wearing a trench coat?
Well, you
Exactly.
see, you can't. You
Kiss
can't.
sticking into
Here's
that movie.
Here's the thing: is that you can't do that with a T-Rex in Mario Odyssey. So I assume
That's true.
I assume a T-Rex couldn't do that in real life.
That's true.
That's my
That
sound
T-Rex is
reasoning.
weird
Billy?
in that game.
How would you know? Have you ever seen them try?
Yeah,
Are
Billy.
you trying to be Kirsten right
A
now?
little bit.
Real
That was a
talk,
good one.
though. It's a good point. We don't actually know what dinosaurs could do because we don't know what they look like.
Exactly.
Don't
Yeah, we
cry
do.
for
It's right
me,
here, Charlie.
Argentinosaurus.
But anyway, the sheer size of this thing made it invincible to most predators, as it could just about step on anything. But as if that wasn't scary enough, this thing also had a whip-like tail with 90 tons of weight backing it up that could snap any predator's spine in half. It could
That's metal.
I
It could
love
turn
it. It could
anything's
step on me.
skull into mush. Oh, Charlie, that's kinky.
It could step. It's huge. It could step on anything.
Step on
Step
me.
on
It could step on a
anything.
T-Rex.
It could.
Where were you taking that?
You were like, it could step on me. That
It could step
sounded-
on anybody. It could step
What's
on a
that mean,
T-Rex.
Billy?
This is a family show, Charlie.
It could
Yeah, it could step
Okay,
on
let's
me.
continue.
Charlie smiled a ghoulish
So next
smile.
one is
Okay, so next up here we have Charlie. Do you wanna introduce this next?
What is this thing? I don't know.
It's the Parasaurolophus,
I
Charlie.
missed this episode. All right.
dude. I think I was here. For
Coming
You were
in
here for this
from the Arctic tundra, all the way up north in Canada, weighing 235 pounds. It is a Parasaurolophus.
230
meaning
pounds.
the
Is this,
near-
an
That's it.
is this an anorexic Parasaurolophus?
It's the thunder from down under.
Thunder from down under.
The winter in the north.
What?
What are you talking about?
Charlie,
King of the North.
It is the Leanna Mormon of the dinosaurs.
Charlie, did you remember to take your meds
You
today?
sylvanas are so weak.
Charlie, have you been huffing paint at Home Depot?
All right, we're all going to go and huff paint at Home Depot right now.
I'm leaving. Bye, guys.
Get that bear premium.
All right, so what did its name mean?
You know,
gosh.
at home, do they still do this at Home Depot, Charlie, where you can take like a piece of tape and like take off a piece of paint from your wall and bring it up there and they'll match the colors?
Heck yeah, we'll do that. You can bring it on your phone, it'll match it.
You work at Home Depot?
I work at the Home Depot.
That's why I made that joke.
wow.
More saving, more doing.
Can I take... Okay, are you at the one in New Albany?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to take you up on the hill, and we're going to have a good time.
No.
We're going to see the buffaloes on the hill.
Brad, you're a married man.
Billy!
Hey, what do you think I was implying? I mean, we're just going to see the buffaloes.
I mean, look, we're a whole bunch
go
of
see
eager young
some
20-somethings.
All right, we're
Buffalo.
continuing this
nothing-
conversation. We're not talking about
Step on
anything.
There
me.
is
Some
nothing wholesome that
buffaloes.
20-somethings
I get
do.
some chocolate milk.
There's
My life is a prison.
There are many fun things to do besides.
that new park. Okay, that's what he was
There's
referring
also a
to.
Home Depot.
Exactly.
But anyway, the Parasaurolophus. This is a hadrosaur.
Parasaurolophus.
Named the Parasaurolophus.
It had a creepy noise it
meaning
made.
the near-crested lizard, perhaps the most well-known of the hadrosaur clan. Is one of the 4 dinosaurs to be
T-Rex
featured
calls
in
for
every
aid.
Jurassic Park movie.
Wait. All of them?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Even in the game with Billy?
Hold up. There's more than 4 movies.
I said one of 4 dinosaurs to be in every movie.
Oh.
You were talking too much when it happened.
Yeah. That's the
Listen,
thing.
I
think
don't
anyone
call
can
you
hear.
out. Why don't you check yourself at the door, Katie?
Beat him up, Katie. Come on, take down Charlie.
Throw him down right now.
You can take him.
Come on, Charlie. You
I
got
need a
this.
doctor. She has
You
to
had 11 years of service. You learned how to body slam.
Oh, God.
But anyway, this is a. This
You
is-
have too much cornbread. I'm sorry, Billy. I'm out of control.
Shove that game. in
Anyway, the Parasaurolophus.
Parasaurolophus.
It was a large boy, wasn't it?
He was a large boy.
Parasaurolophus.
How big was he?
Parasaurolophus.
Okay, I'm sorry I'm not a Roman here, okay? I don't speak Latin, okay?
don't-
My lands were conquered by them long
Sextus
ago.
Lestus Puer.
Now, in the world of
I'm a filthy Germanic.
In the world of dinosaur nerds, there are 2 types of people: people who pronounce it Parasaurolophus and people who pronounce it the wrong way.
See,
So-
the latter is cool.
Yep.
The latter.
I say we change all their names to Germanic sounding
Climb the
ones.
But
like
anyway,
the Kraken Wagon Lizard.
No, this is quite
Wagon.
this is quite a large beastie, coming in at 30 feet long with a 5-foot-long skull.
It's as big as me.
And they were also
Go ahead.
believed
Big.
to have moved in herds. They do. Now,
They do move in herds.
my life
They're
is
moving
a
in
living hell.
They're moving in herds.
Living in herds.
They
Living in
do move in
herds.
herds.
Okay, we're gonna run out of time.
Oh, sorry. Keep
Okay,
going.
keep going.
Anyway, it's well known for its giant crest on the back of its skull. Now, this thing is made of an elongated section of its nasal bone. It's very hollow and is comprised of several different chambers with which it breathes air through, and which is believed to have been used for communication between individuals. Charlie, stop looking ahead. The last page is a surprise.
Oh.
But anyway, it's
Sad.
for communication between the individuals. Now, when we talked about the hadrosaurs, I played a little bit of scientists a long time ago had this experiment, not a long time ago, only a few years ago, this experiment where they reconstructed a Parasaurolophus vocal chamber and blew
was
some
pretty
air
cool.
through it to make a sound with of which the Parasaurolophus probably sounded like. And it is the most horrifying sound ever.
I'm going to recreate right now.
It sounded like an organ, didn't it? If I remember correctly. Very haunted.
Yeah, it was very scary. It was a very cursed
Scary
sound.
boy.
So our next creature for the evening is from our Sharks and Crocodiles episode. I like this one because this one stands out as this is a creature from the dinosaur age which is still alive today, the frilled shark.
Wow.
These things first popped up in the late...
Check yourself.
This is something
These
Bear
things
Grylls
first,
would encounter.
These things first popped up in the late Cretaceous period and have managed to cling on for dear life today. Now, the population is steady. There are actually a lot of these things. However, they are a deep water fish, so we don't see them very often. But they are most common off the coast of Japan. Japan. Now, they aren't very big. They're only about 6 feet long, and they're more eel-like than other sharks. But what makes them pretty interesting is they have 300 teeth, which are very sharp and designed like hooks.
Sharp teeth.
And because they have so many teeth, they can't close their mouths and are kind of completely stuck in this permanent Joker smile. So
I don't know.
these
I
things
like
are
these
these things
pros.
are already a better Joker than Joaquin Phoenix.
Hit me!
Anyway,
You complete me!
the frilled shark is the best Joker. Change my mind. Mark Hamill, eat your heart out.
Nope.
How dare
Nope.
you? How
Nope.
dare you?
You know, Billy, I'm proud of a lot of things you say, but I will not take heresy in my household.
No.
A joke, Charlie. I
This
love
is
Mark
my
Hamill.
room now. Look at the decorations.
I love Mark Hamill's Joker. It's fine.
I didn't notice. Good
Yeah,
job.
Matt put those up because he loves Charlie's show and hates Let's Talk Dinosaurs. But
Why does he
anyway.
hate
They
us?
were also probably on sale.
We love you, man.
Look at the tape they used on that. Like, they went all out on the tape.
That's a lot of tape.
But frilled sharks, though, that's a pretty cool animal.
But anyway,
Why did they come to the surface?
interesting thing though is that these things are really scary because they're permanent Joker smile and they're hundreds and hundreds of sharp teeth. However, they are pretty much harmless to humans as they feed exclusively on squid. So if these things come across humans, 9 out of 10 times they just ignore them. They'll just swim right by you.
Good boys.
However, I wouldn't recommend messing with one of these if you come across it because they are a deep water fish and only come into the shallows when they are getting ready to die. So if
Sad
you see
boy.
a frilled shark in the shallows, please don't mess with it. It's not long for this earth.
Put it out of its misery.
Or just let it be.
Just let it be. You might survive.
Let
you never
it
know.
be.
Let it be.
So anyway,
Let it be. Next
our
dinosaur, I know
last
this one.
topic for the evening. I'm so excited about this because, guys, we have to, in our throwback episode where we talk about our best stuff from the whole series, we have to go back to our Halloween episode, the episode that won us the award.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, who won the award? We won the award. So, yeah.
Take
You
that.
two won the award.
Well, you're on the show, too.
Hey,
By the way, Charlie-
I tweeted all the time, and Katie helped.
Charlie,
so we're part of
Did,
this.
did Kirsten get her award? Did
Yes,
you
I
give
got
it to her?
her.
Okay, good.
Was
Good
she very
job,
happy?
Kirsten.
She's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I figured she wouldn't care, but I felt guilty if she didn't get one. So.
Well, it was her name. She needed
Yeah, I know
it.
her name was on it, so I would have felt
Pretty
guilty.
dang.
Did we get Maggie one?
Maggie's name wasn't on it, and plus nobody here keeps in touch with her. Well, Matt probably does, but
Maybe you should
Alright.
make another copy.
anyway, harkening all the way back to our Halloween cryptid episode where we talked about sightings of living dinosaurs in the modern day. We have an urban legend from deep within the Australian outback.
Key day, mate.
The Boronjor.
Bonjour.
Now,
Does he
this
say
is
hello?
what?
Does he say hello in French?
Oh, this is Australia, mate.
Then why does it
says
sound
good
like
day.
he's saying bonjour?
It's Aboriginal.
It was part of the Anzac forces.
Okay,
It's Aboriginal
okay,
language.
okay.
I don't understand it myself.
They attacked
But
Gallipoli.
anyway,
It
They
was
attacked
for-
Gallipoli. Yes, you got it.
But anyway,
Gallipoli.
this is a carnivorous dinosaur-like creature which has been sighted in Australia for thousands of years. It was sighted by the Aboriginals back in the day and has been
Of course,
depicted.
it was found in Australia.
It has been depicted in numerous tribal paintings of the Aboriginals over the years, which is interesting because you see, the Aboriginals actually, in their old days, would not depict animals that they considered to be evil in their drawings because they thought their spirits would live on. So a lot of anthropologists think that they viewed these creatures as protectors.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
They're cool.
However, as sightings have happened over the years, it is said that these things are very aggressive and very territorial. By the way, we just got a text from our boy Curtis. He says he is the wokest and the blokest. Well, I'm here to
I
tell
doubt
you,
that.
I'm here to tell you right now that I'm the wokest, Charlie's the smokest, and Brad's the big chungus.
And what about
So-
Katie?
Hi, I'm still
Curtis,
here
you're
too.
not even a contender.
She's the locust.
Yes.
I am a locust. Wait, I eat
But anyway.
everything.
But anyway, the Boronjors are said to be highly aggressive and very territorial. However, how big they are remains inconsistent as far as sightings go over the years. But anyway, as we did with our Halloween episode, let's talk about a couple of sightings of this thing. Because this is where it gets fun, boys. So anyway, the first sighting that really brought this thing into the into the limelight of the modern day happened in 1950 by some Australian farmers. Now, these farmers out in the outback had recently experienced a brutal spree of cow murders, which these cows were just torn apart by a predator, so to speak. Now, they found large...
how many?
I don't know how many exactly, but
More
a
than
lot.
2.
Yes.
That is a lot, though.
It's a lot of
But
cow.
Especially
anyway,
in Australia.
That's a lot of
in a
cows.
rural community where everyone's livelihood comes from farming, a lot of cow murders is a bad thing.
That's a really bad
Yeah.
thing.
But anyway, large clawed
This was
footprints
a
were,
bushwhacking dino.
But anyway, large clawed footprints were found all throughout the farmlands. So, footprints far too big to be that of an emu, and with no other predators native to the region that could do this to a cow, these Australian farmers mounted a search party into the woods to hunt and kill the beast. So anyway,
Kill the beast!
So
I
did
knew,
it
Kill
I
the
knew one
beast.
of you would say that. Anyway, the farmers followed its trail deep into the Australian wilderness, and eventually they reached a very dense and swampy area of the forest. Now, they had a they had a team of hunting dogs with them on the trail. Now, I had to say this in the first episode, and I'll say it again, just so you know, no dogs die in this story. So,
Good job.
fear not.
Poor doggos.
But anyway,
They were scared, though.
when they got to this deep part of the forest, the dogs would not go any further. They would not leave beyond a certain point into the woods.
Those poor doggos.
So anyway,
Doggos.
naturally, like
the
a bunch
farmers.
of true Aussie battlers, these farmers continued on and left the dogs to their own devices, and eventually found
about the
themselves.
horses?
The horses were left behind too. There were also horses with them that wouldn't go any deeper. into the
Okay,
woods.
so they just
They were smarter.
dismounted
The
and headed in.
horses.
Well, 'cause you see, predators tend to mark their territory with their own scent, and horses and dogs probably,
Wouldn't stay there.
yeah.
Like, ah, shoot, that thing's too big for me.
So anyway,
Nope.
the farmers kept on, and they found themselves in a clearing where eventually a large reptilian grayish creature came out and let out a blood-curdling cry. Yes, I know it's a typo. I copied and pasted it, okay?
I'm just picturing him coming out with like a drum.
I copied... Why do we have to mention my typos? I'm only human.
I didn't say anything. I just looked at Brad.
Y'all hate me. No.
We love
love
you.
you.
So what
But,
the farmers do?
They ran away.
Oh, they didn't stand their ground.
The beast opened its mouth, and then Down Under started playing by the Men at Work. Get out of here, boys! Get to the horses!
Now, that weird reggae cover of Crocodile Rock from the Steve Irwin movie started playing, and they all just ran away.
Yeah.
But anyway, another incident of a sighting of this beastie came in 1978. A man by the name of Brian Clark went missing deep in the Australian outback. So local authorities, along with some Aboriginal trackers, went out into the woods to find him. Now, the trackers insisted that this was a lost cause because if he went into the part of the woods they thought he went into, he was dead already because he went into the Burunjor's territory. However, the local authorities, like the stubborn Aussie battlers they were, went on into the woods anyway.
Bushwhacking.
And if they was the top keck in this class. Outback Steakhouse. But anyway,
Crikey.
they set up camp one night. In the middle of the night, were awoken by some rumbling and some very loud reptilian hissing noises. So they got up and ran away and actually ran into the guy, Brian Clark, who, when he heard the noise, ran to find them, and they just kind of happened to run into each other.
Wait, he ran
So-
toward the noise?
Well, because he heard the people screaming. And,
Okay,
yeah.
I thought it sounded like you said that the guy went
But
off
anyway,
and then he went.
they brought him back to town, checked him out, made sure he was okay, and they let him know that if he goes into those woods again, he's on his own because they weren't going back.
That's fair.
That's
I would
fair.
not
So-
go after that guy.
Respect.
Now, there have been a few other sightings, but as we did on the Halloween show, we got to get into the evidence for and against this boy. You see, in terms of the evidence for, this thing has been depicted as having feathers in a lot of sightings, which is interesting because a lot of the sightings that say it have feathers date back to before we even knew dinosaurs had feathers.
That's pretty cool.
That's
So that
pretty-
is pretty interesting.
pretty, yeah.
Not to mention, it does live on in Aboriginal folklore for centuries, and the Australian outback is largely remote and uninhabited by humans, so it's a very good place to hide. On top of that, there is a known dinosaur called Australovenator, which was native to Australia, which is
dank
eerily
name.
similar to the Burunjor. So,
Real talk.
there's that.
Are we sure it's not just a giant emu?
Do you remember the Emu War?
Yeah.
When
like,
Australia went to war against the
fact.
emus.
And
And they lost.
And lost.
Until the farmers took over.
Well, let's get into the
Those
evidence.
emu
Let's get into
boys.
the evidence against. This creature has not been sighted in over 30 years, and no remains have ever been uncovered.
It means it's
This-
a waiting.
Well, okay, couldn't the remains though have been eaten by something else? Because
Like
the
dingoes. No,
Australian
that's-
outback is a pretty
That's very
wild
true.
place.
That's very true. There are a lot of scavengers out there.
Yeah,
So.
unless it was like fossilized, which is
or
unlikely.
it's just waiting.
It's lying in secret.
It's emu army just.
Or it has
going
like
straight.
eggs that like incubate for 30 years and then they emerge. when
It's
the
a
time is
seahorse. It's a
right.
water horse.
Was 1978 the last time anybody saw it?
Actually, the last sighting was in the 80s.
Okay, because that's more than 30 years.
As far as we know, we had there been updated sightings since Halloween, maybe?
Do we know what happened in the 80s?
Like some bloke.
Yeah, a family who was on vacation in the outback saw two of these things walking in a field, and
Holy
only
hats.
like a couple of idiot tourists would do. They pulled over and watched them for a while.
Did they try to get a picture?
It was the
No.
80s.
I know it
Cameras
was
didn't
the
exist yet.
But if they were out, they could have.
Cameras didn't exist yet.
Cameras
They
existed.
hadn't
Cameras
come to
existed.
Australia yet. They only just now got trains.
But anyway, guys, we hope you enjoyed this walk down memory lane with us. That is about all the time we have for Let's Talk Dinosaurs tonight. This has been a fun episode. It's nice looking back on our past episodes and how far we've come. So anyway, in terms of next week, our final episode,
Drum roll,
I have a
please.
challenge. I have a challenge for my
Ooh, it's a-
co-conspirators here. So anyway, next week, I feel like we should all come in with our favorite dinosaur, well researched, and we all have to make an
have
argument
to do
for
homework?
Yes, and we
Oh,
all
that's
have
cool.
to we all have to make an argument for why our favorite dinosaur is objectively the best one.
Does
Ooh, I like
giant
that.
sloth count?
No,
No, that's not a dinosaur.
Dilophosaurus, Charlie. You're gonna come in here and talk about Dilophosaurus.
But that's not that's not an argument right there. I win automatically.
well, come and state your case.
Wait, are we gonna pick our favorite now so we don't pick the same one as everybody else?
Okay, I'm gonna do T-Rex.
Oh,
Charlie's
Not
gonna do-
fair!
Wow, you're cool.
Charlie's
You're
gonna do
come in here.
Dilophosaurus.
Hold it. Don't assume.
I'm
what
just gonna look
do.
up a bunch of
Don't
T-Rex.
assume a dinosaur. But I'm going to do Dilophosaurus, though.
Okay, Brad, what are you gonna do?
I'm either gonna pick the Giganotosaurus or some sort of carnivore. So,
Giganotosaurus.
what about you, Katie?
Katie, what are you gonna
Kind of
do?
want to do the Carnotaurus. He's kind of my favorite.
Okay,
Do it.
okay, so we're all doing carnivores then. Nice.
Oh, cool!
Next
we got a
week
big
is,
fight
uh,
night.
Can I do the
Yeah.
flying possums?
Yeah,
Flying
Brandine.
possum.
Brandine's
Brad,
gonna do.
do your redneck voice quick. My dad gets a kick out of it.
Hey man, I'm Brandine. There's some flying possums out there.
Thank you. He gets a kick out. He wants to say, I hope
We
when he does
appreciate
that.
you, Charlie's dad.
Oh, we love you, Charlie's dad. You're a real true American.
Sure enough.
But anyway, guys, that about does it for this. Very sad because the next time we talk to you is going to be our final episode of Let's Talk
sad.
Dinosaurs. And, but anyway, yeah, that means all of you Muppets are going to be doing your own outlines.
Oh,
So,
boy. How long do we...
I mean, just make
I'll
it as
help
long
you,
as you
Katie.
need it.
We'll do it
Okay.
It's going to be
together.
30 pages plus an appendix.
And a...
And
Not
pictures.
like a book appendix, like a human appendix just sitting on top of it.
APA style references, title page, running head.
Excuse me.
No,
I
that
haven't
MLA trash or that Turaban.
MLA is the worst.
No,
Oh, my
Chicago
gosh.
style.
Anyway.
But anyway, guys, as always, follow our social medias at Let's Talk Dinos on Twitter and at Let's Talk Dinosaurs on Instagram. And also get to work tracking down the rest of our IUS dinos. All the ones in the library might be gone, but there still are plenty of them around campus. So please get to work tracking them down. We have a lot of fun reading all your guys' posts on Instagram. And as always, I am Billy Reed. That's Charlie with a show to plug.
I have a show on Saturdays from 11 to 12 called Heroes on the Horizons. We talk about comic books, superheroes, movies, things like that. And this week we're talking about Neil Gaiman's Sandman as well as copyright.
Oh, that's cool.
Right? It's your turn.
Hi, I'm Katie Cooper.